Hello again, YouTube. Last video of the day, and I want to talk a little more. We piggybacking, we leapfrogging off the Isaiah 4:1. So, in the comments, people been commenting on this Isaiah 4:1 series, and I want to show you something real quick. Sorry about the screen shaking. Let me just go back to it. On this video, I want to talk about the end. And what is Isaiah 4:1 saying? Okay, let me see here. Isaiah 4:1. Now listen, we're going to read it again. Disclaimer, as usual, I like to have a disclaimer. In a perfect world, marriage is the way. But unfortunately, we don't live in a perfect world. We live in a world with this thing called family court. No woman is worth giving up half of the money that you done lost sleep, blood, sweat, and tears to get. Especially if she wasn't right there on the side of you, supporting you and helping you get it. So Isaiah 4:1 again. Let me read it for you again. I done made 3 videos on this today. We'll number them later. It says, for 7 women will take hold of one man on that day, saying, we will eat our own bread and wear our own clothes. They're talking about independence, right? Right? Now, hold that thought. Only let us be called by your name. Take away our disgrace. What is the disgrace? The disgrace is these women want to be married and they not virgins. What is the disgrace? The disgrace is these women are more like Jezebel than Sarah. What is the disgrace? The disgrace is these women want to lead men like Eve. What is the disgrace? I'm going on and on and on and on. Just pay attention. The disgrace is OnlyFans, Instagram, TikTok, anything where they want you, they want your provision, they want your protection, but yet they want attention from other men. Aisha Curry. That's the disgrace. And eventually, they already saying I'm independent, I'm a boss, B-I-T-C-H, blah, 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 wonk, 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 wonk. They already saying all this stuff. And that's the reason why they not marriage material. Y'all got to excuse my lips. They shiny. Ain't nothing on them. Trust me. But that's the disgrace. There's way more to it than that, but that's the disgrace. They going to still be saying, look, we don't need you to take care of us. Take away our disgrace. Take away us being out here not having a husband. You know, that, and in most women's mind, that's what they think about. Don't listen to them talking about they independent, they don't need no man. All that. Listen, if you're a woman, you know in your soul, it's down in your soul that your specific role is to help a man. Now, it's many reasons why you're not being chosen. Some of them are not. That's because these guys don't understand what they're supposed to look for. I told y'all, in biblical days, every woman in the village that wasn't what they call lame or maimed was chosen to either be a wife or a concubine. Like she was going to be in somebody's, her father was going to get her married. It was going to be arranged. But see, these fathers now, they don't know nothing themselves. How they going to pick a husband for their daughters? They don't know nothing themselves. So how they gonna pick a husband for their daughters? But in those days, those families, they all knew each other. See, it wasn't none of this not talking to your neighbors. It wasn't none of this, all this evil stuff we see. You say, hey, how you doing? People don't say nothing. Are you mute? There's not a person alive. Unless I know you completely mean me harm, I'm going to speak if you speak to me. But these people are weird. They're evil. They got all type of stuff going on. You speak to them, they don't say nothing. That's some weird stuff. What's wrong with you? And a lot of women will definitely do that. Like, you could just be trying to be nice. Hey, how you doing? Listen, if you already got a man and you devoted to him, that's fine. But if somebody speaks to you, that has nothing to do with it. You still should say, I'm pretty good. How are you? What, you don't have enough self-control where you can't be nice to a person and still not mess with them? That's why Isaiah 4:1 is coming to pass. Take away our disgrace, they say. What's the disgrace? In the last days, ain't nobody gonna want to marry these women. You think it's bad now. Just think if the world goes on another 15 years, 20 years, 25 years. It's gonna get worse. It hasn't gotten better. It's gonna get worse. And that's why all of you people who are in charge of the media, you are either a reptilian, you're not even a full human being, or you're just evil. You have some type of sinister motive, because you have the ability to influence, but yet you are influencing wrong. You, even on YouTube, it's full of horror movies on YouTube, but you can't talk about the vax. You can't talk about certain things. The disgrace, the number one part of the disgrace, which I want to title this video, is feminism. Now, in biblical days, that would be an absolute disgrace. Why? Because women accepted their roles and the Most High blessed them because they fulfilled their roles. Ishmael wasn't blessed by God because of Abraham, just solely Abraham. Ishmael was blessed by God because all three of them were fulfilling roles, basically. And Sarah didn't like Haggai like that. Was her name Haggai? Rahab? What? I gotta look at the names. Ishmael's mother. So she was put out of the camp. But Ishmael was still blessed. You see? So the disgrace, the number one aspect of the disgrace is feminism. And anybody that promotes it, like I know they probably shadow ban this video or anything. I'm not talking about anybody in particular. I'm talking from a biblical perspective. Allow me to prove my point. Please do not. They've been doing a good job of being fair with my videos lately. A little more, at least. Well, just let me say what I'm going to say. This is the number one reason for the failure in relationships. Now, notice the relationships that are successful. They're not based on feminism. The men don't cater to it. The women don't agree with it. Those are the relationships that are successful. It's those. See, because feminism is going to be very disrespectful towards men. Womanism, feminism, some of us and some of y'all on YouTube is dealing with this right now. Your wife wasn't like that. She became very feministic. And it's as part of the problem. Because once they take those approaches and attitudes, your relationship is done. It's done. Like, unless you are a 50% rainbow guy, your relationship is pretty much done. Like, because what's going to happen is this. A feminist woman, a feminist wife is going to believe that she could tell you no. And that she's a woman. You should be happy that she's there. Even though she's telling you no, you should be happy that she's there. And you should remain loyal to her, whether she wants to provide sex for you or not. Marriage is sex. Sex is marriage. You take that away, you don't have no marriage. If you are doing it, now watch this. Women want to talk about guys being tricks and women being prostitutes, but just listen. Listen, I'm going to give you the full scope. What are you if you're there to be provided for and protected, but yet you have no genuine interest in him? Are you better than a prostitute? Yes or no? This is why you have guys like Coach Greg and others who just being honest about it. Like, hey, man, why bother with that? Because listen, you going to be broke. Now, show me most married guys that spend all their time trying to please other people. You ain't going to have no money because you losing time. These kids will turn against you. They'll turn against you for their mama. They'll start disrespecting you because they listening to her because they more connected to her. If you was out working, sometimes she be around them more. So you can't, and then you start having, and then people start playing sports, all this. You ain't even rich yet, but you got 3 grandkids, they all play sport. Now you trying to spend all this time taking them here, taking them there, watching these games. I mean, come on. When are you going to build your empire? But feminism is the number one reason, along with some of the other things that I mentioned, that is and qualifies as part of the disgrace that they want you to take away. The disgrace. Nobody wants them no more. Nobody wants them no more. They think it's guys is talking about sex dolls. To anything to avoid the contentiousness of a woman. That's where some guys' mind is at. Sex dolls, Lotion Larry, that's the new code for it. Lotion Larry stuff. Excuse me if your name Larry, I don't mean this disrespectful, but that's great. That's my new term. Lotion Larry stuff. Anything to avoid having to deal with these modern day women. That's how guys are now. It's not that they can't pull. Because see, people will try to win an argument with false accusations and insults. Anybody can pull these women. Ain't nobody gonna get every woman they try to get. But anybody can pull these women. That's not even the reason. It's not that they can't pull these women. It's they don't want to spend the time it takes to do it. They want to get what they want to get easy and convenient. They don't want to have to argue every day. They don't want to have to impress nobody. Why are all these people, all these parking spots? But they want to get what it is they want with as less conflict and less commitment as possible. Why? Because of the disgrace. Isaiah 4:1 is coming to pass. This is the Truth Man, aka Prophet Howard. The channel is the No Matrix, No Simping, All Subjects channel. I'll see you guys and girls tomorrow. Thanks for watching.